Donald Trump appears to be in panic as his disastrous war in Iran continues to spiral further out of control. He has not appeared publicly since his failed national address, if it can even be called that, on Wednesday night. There have been no public events, no press briefings. As we have been reporting, he has been calling a lid, which means removing the press, keeping them away, and avoiding any public exposure as the situation worsens. We know that by the end of last week, an F-15E and an A-10 were involved, along with 2 helicopters. The aircraft were shot down and the helicopters were heavily damaged. At the same time, Donald Trump had claimed, "We decimated Iran. They have no ability to strike us. It's like a BB gun now." Yet now, Trump is missing in action. Instead, he is posting erratic messages on social media. He wrote earlier, "Remember when I gave Iran 10 days to make a deal or open the Hormuz Strait? Time is running out, 48 hours before all hell will rain down." Even the word rain was misspelled. Then he added, "Glory be to God, Donald J. Trump," while making threats that amount to further war crimes. Later that evening, without making any public appearance, he posted again. He claimed that many Iranian military leaders had been eliminated in a massive strike in Tehran. He signed it Donald J. Trump. He then shared a video that appeared to show American and Israeli aircraft bombing Tehran. Many people were unclear about what he meant or who was actually targeted. This pattern continues. He posts first, without clarity or confirmation. He also claimed he received 96% approval at SPAC, a far-right political event. He followed that with another post saying, "If you import the third world, you become the third world. That will not happen to the United States as long as I am president." This is the language he is using during a crisis. Meanwhile, reporting from earlier shows that around 5:04 p.m. Eastern Time and continuing through the night, a Marine Guard was stationed outside the West Wing. That indicates Trump remained inside the Oval Office. Reports say he has been locked in meetings with national security officials. At the same time, he and Netanyahu are discussing plans to target Iran's electrical grid, bridges, and civilian infrastructure. His official schedule describes his day simply as executive time. While this is happening, the United States is conducting strikes on Iranian targets, including military and infrastructure sites. However, Iran continues to maintain firm control over the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian leaders are also signaling that they may direct the Houthis to shut down the Red Sea, which could drive oil prices to $175 or even $200 per barrel. Iran has also begun targeting neighboring countries that host U.S. interests. These include nations like Kuwait. Reports confirmed that Kuwait's Ministry of Oil building was struck in an Iranian attack. Footage shows fires and heavy damage. Additional infrastructure, including power and water desalination plants, was hit by drones. 2 power generation units are now out of service. In Bahrain, the Bapco Energy refinery complex was also struck. Reports and video footage show flames and thick smoke rising from the site. Initial information suggests damage and possible injuries, though details are still developing. At the same time, U.S. Air Force activity over Europe has increased significantly over the past 48 hours. Large numbers of aircraft, including refueling tankers, have been deployed. These aircraft are supporting ongoing strike operations. Analysts suggest this level of activity could indicate preparation for a larger campaign, possibly involving ground forces. Another development involves satellite imagery. A major U.S.-based provider has reported that the Trump administration has asked companies to withhold images related to the Iran war. This includes areas such as Iran, Gaza, and Lebanon. The concern is that these images reveal damage to U.S. bases and regional infrastructure, which officials may be trying to conceal. Intelligence reports now suggest that Iran could increase its influence in the region as a result of the conflict. Control of the Strait of Hormuz plays a key role. While it remains technically open, Iran allows passage selectively, including for certain countries. They are also accepting alternative currencies and crypto payments, which could weaken reliance on the U.S. dollar. Meanwhile, some U.S. political figures appear disengaged. One senator was seen posting from a family trip, questioning whether he should return to Washington despite the crisis. Military resources are also being stretched. Reports indicate that a large portion of U.S. cruise missile inventory is being redirected to the Middle East. Only a limited number remain available for other global situations. This raises concerns about overall military readiness. Iranian officials continue to respond with strong statements. They emphasize resilience and warn against further escalation. They describe attacks on infrastructure as war crimes and accuse their opponents of seeking long-term destruction. At the same time, economic impacts are already severe. Even if the conflict ended immediately, disruptions to oil supply and global markets would continue to cause major damage. Iranian leadership has also issued warnings. If they believe further escalation is coming, they may expand attacks to include Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, and the way they have indicated that recent strikes were meant as a demonstration of capability. A wider scorched earth approach could follow. We are now within a critical window. Trump has set a deadline that aligns with the opening of global markets. Iran has indicated it may act before that deadline if escalation continues. The situation is evolving rapidly. Advisors around Trump are reportedly encouraging strikes on Iran's infrastructure, including power plants and transportation networks. These actions would target civilian systems. Plans for further escalation are already being discussed. At the same time, Trump remains largely out of public view. Attention has also turned to his proposed budget, which includes significant increases in defense spending while cutting social programs. He is also requesting hundreds of millions of dollars for White House renovations. In addition to other costly projects, we will continue to monitor every development closely. We will update you as soon as Trump reappears publicly, if that happens soon. Subscribe to stay informed and follow along as this situation continues to unfold.